All right. So, guys, welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me. And today we're going to speak a little bit about our defenders. We want to know best defensive pairing, and that is something that have been striking a lot of controversial issues so far. And I want to really solve it. Not necessarily, I don't think I can solve it. I doubt I can solve it, but I want to have a better look on it. I want to take a deeper look on it and see who we think can be our best defensive pairing. Now, we do know that there's a core set of players, right? Yo, before I do anything, please, guys, smash that like button. As you see the pin comment, hit the like button and also subscribe if you're new. Even if you're watching on the rewatch, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe if you're new here, because this is the best way to help the channel grow and show the support. If you're here to watch it, at least show the support for the channel. But people, we're going to speak about few defenders, Damion Lowe, Liam Moore, Pinnock, Micheal Hector, and Mariappa as well. Now, these are the players that we have in hand right now. Big up Barnett. Thank you for coming in. These are the players that we have in hand right now. These are the players that we want to move up with. Big up IMAX. These are the players that we want to work with. We have right now, and we'll definitely see how that one goes. So, I want to transition to find out the best defensive pairing that we have and how we can move forward with these players. Because, as I said, it has been a big issue, and a lot of things are spoken about a variety of different players and how well we can fit a system. Now, the biggest issue out of everything is the core players. That is the biggest issue that has arisen out of everything, the core player. Now, I want to give everyone a fair share. Yes, we do know that the coach is going to want to select his core players, but we also have to be realistic in what we do and how we progress forward, because this is basically a golden generation. This is a golden generation. We have never had a team like this before. We have never found ourselves in a situation with so much talent all at once. Come on, City. Pochettino buckle it. Pochettino really buckle it, bro. I don't understand how Pochettino really buckled that one. What? I guess it's an amateur coach up against one of the best managers in the world, in the history of the game. So, what do you expect? Barnett said, in my opinion, I want Damion Lowe and Liam Moore, but they are rush tacklers. But Lowe is a captain, so I guess he's calm. But Pinnock is good. Really don't want to leave out my idol, Lowe. Okay, so that is the thing we want to start on. As Barnett said, Lowe is Barnett's idol. So we want to remove sentiments from our decision. We want to make a logical decision, not on a sentimental aspect. Because we do know that, yes, Lowe is a quality player, but we don't want to select a player because of sentiments. Yes, there are going to be mentions of core players. As you all know, that is the biggest factor right now that everyone is talking about. Stacey and Spencer, bless up. Thank you very much for coming in. A lot of respect. So everyone is talking about core players. Everyone is talking about the team that used to play back then. Ian Hero said the best players must play. I agree with that as well. We have an issue. We have a big issue where it concerns core players. I think that is where we are finding ourselves lapsed in so many different departments. We have core players. Also, we have favorite players. IMAX said, I don't believe in core players. If the new players are far better, close I could see. Yeah, that's a good stake. That's actually a good stake. And very hard to argue with that against I as well. Very hard, because it's like saying that we see a John Terry coming to this team and we're saying, no, we won't play John Terry. We'll play Mariappa because Mariappa is a core player. it is something similar to that. When obviously there's a better player right there in front of us. So I want to know if the Reggae Boy fans want to stick around with the ideology of core players and not want to improve. No, one of the things we have to realize is that the same core players that we want to protect or want to keep have been part of the team that has failed to go over the line of winning the trophy. We have to factor in that as well. Now, this is so sensitive because a lot of the Reggae Boy fans strongly believe in the players that we have in hand, the Jamaican born players, the homegrown players, I would say, and also the players that they have seen over a time period. They are more favorable to go that side. Satan said, military, remember when Damion Lowe didn't play in the cup, in the C Cup, what cup is that? CONCACAF Cup. I can't remember. With the US versus Jamaica. And what happened? They lost that match. Oh, it's Gold Cup. Why did you say C Cup? Damion Lowe is a motivational speaker and player. Yes, he is. I disagree with that. I won't disagree with that. Damion Lowe is a very, very good motivated player. And as you can see, by his rapport with the rest of the team, you can see that everyone respects him. Now, do you want to take away that respect out of the team and use another player that I won't say it won't might cause controversy. I doubt it will cause controversy, but it is evident that some of these players are likely to be better than them. Best defender. No, the problem is that so much Jamaican fans love and idolize some of our own players. Here it becomes difficult. That is where it becomes difficult because we can't select based off facts. We can't select based off facts. Selecting based off sentiments. And that is where, as I said, the problem lies. We can't select a team based off sentiments. It is so difficult to select your football team based off sentiments. Travis said, Tapa going to use USL players, I bet. I don't think he will do that. Listen, Travis, as I said before, this team we have is a golden era. This team we have right now is a golden era. I can't see Tapa Whitmore, picking this team of sentiments or of what he believes. No, yes, there's core players, but you don't need 5 core players starting. You can start 2 core players, you can start 3 core players, and the rest are in and around the team. There's no need to start 5, 6, 7 core players. There's none whatsoever. And that is what I'm trying to defend. There's no need. Damion Lowe is relatively good, but not the best defender. And that is understandable. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to go into the statistical aspect of the game. Let's get a better understanding of these players that we're working with and why we're working with them. What is so special about these players? Why we want these players? And who are the best pairing? Now, for some reason, I'm thinking about a Micheal Hector pairing. Tell me what you guys think about that. I'm not sure. Tell me what you guys think about that. Mariappa and Micheal Hector as a defensive pairing. Put it in the comment, please. I really, really like to know what you guys think about that defensive pairing. I must say, he can be respectfully on the bench. Of course, he can motivate the team from there. There's not a specific place to motivate the team from. Ricardo said, Ricardo, he might not be the best, but are the new players a whole lot better? Good question. Good question. Good question, Ishmael King. Very good question. He's not the best, but are the new players a whole lot better? And what justifies that the new players that we have right now are way more better, are a lot better than what he has to bring forward. Now, as you guys can see, that his stats right there in front of us. 28 years old, fairly good, a physical specimen, very, very tall, 190 centimeter, 1.9 meter. In a good age group, age bracket as well. But when I did some research on Damion Lowe, I realized that wherever he goes, he's highly rated. Wherever Damion Lowe plays football, he's highly rated. And it questions or begs to differ. Why did he make the choice to play in Egypt? Why did he go in Egypt to play football? I would really like to ask him about that. And why did he make that decision? Because I think that he has the capability to play at a high level. He has the capability to play at a high level, but I still want to know why did he choose to go in the Egyptian league. Let me run through some of the comments. Oh, so far. We are too emotional and not reasoning with logics. Yeah, I think we're not reasoning with rationality. We're just being rational and emotional, as I said. So basically, we use the love we have for the players to overshadow what is logically correct or what we deem as the best choice. Now, we have this feeling that if we said Damion Lowe should not start, we have a strong belief that we are disrespecting him. And truth and in fact, we're not disrespecting him, but we have to be fair. We have to be fair. Just the same as though we are saying that people are saying that Micheal Hector shouldn't start. Don't you think it's the same disrespect? Let me run through some of the comments. Travis said, JD Bencham, smash people, guys. We have over 20 persons on the live right now. Please hit the like button. I really, really appreciate if you guys smash the like button. At least at this moment, I should have at least the minimum 15 likes. At least just close the chat and smash the like button. Travis said, I think Maria will expose our defense. How can he? Mariappa is the defender. How would he expose the defense? He will expose himself. Ian Hibbert said, Low, third choice centre back. Ooh. So Ian, who would you use as first choice? Travis said, we can use him at right back. Damion Lowe? No. I wouldn't use Damion Lowe as right back. He has the physical structure, but the pace, I think the pace would be a factor. I'm not saying it's slow, but we need people who can get forward and come back in quick succession. Stacey said, military. One more example. In Gold Cup, when we played against US, Stepan Blake hand, and he came off the field. Remember Jamaica lost that game 2. Low, Taxi, and Blake are foundation on the side. Their foundation in the team. That doesn't necessarily mean that they must start. That doesn't necessarily mean that they must start immediately. And on our CDM, no CDM. But we have enough CDMs. So why would we use Low in a CDM position when we have enough CDM? We don't want to shoehorn. Use square pegs in round holes. We don't want to do that. We want to put the players in their preferred position that they can play. Mariappa is a come on, Barnett. Should play as a medic. Which defender keeps clean sheets, Travis? There's none. There's none. Literally none. Ian said, no, you man. They are way better. He's a good center back. All right, so I'm going to go through. So I'm going to run through. You guys are in the chat. I'm going to run through some of this now. So he's playing in Egypt, right? At the El Ittihad Alexandria team in Egypt. They are practically, I think they are third. They're literally lingering in third position right now. It's not showing, but I think they're lingering in third position. But how do you know if we can't find statistics? And well, the statistics are available. Let me find it. So good. So I'm using his most recent data. I'm going to use his most recent data. But all right, so so for his last game, because the stats are not available, I have no clue why the stats are not available. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sum up the games that you have played in, calculate the amount of goals that you have conceded in that duration. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the last So in the last 10 games, so I'm seeing right here in front of us, we have 10 games here. He conceded, that's 2, 4, 5, 8, no, and 1, 9. So in 10 games, he conceded 9 goals. That's literally 1 goal a game, conceding 1 goal a game. In 10 games, he conceded 9 goals. And as I said, 1 goal a game. I'm going to go to one of his best season, or maybe his last season, in fact. His last season, because the other stats are not available. His other stats are not available. So his most recent stats are the USL Championship. These are his most recent stats, which is just last year. These stats run from last September to December. And let's go through it. And these are actually the USL stats. The USL stats. Or remember, people, we are the one we're the same one that said the USL players are not good enough. So we're going to look at it. So taking a look at his last 5 games. So he played 5 games, right? He started only 2 of those 5 games. He has never been featured in the team of the weeks. Let's move over to his passing stats. So he averages 37.0 touches per 90, 0.2 key passes, accurate pass in his own half, 20.1 per 90 at 70%, accurate passing overall, I'm sorry, that should have been, and then accurate passing in his own half is 13.6 at 86%. Accurate passing in the opposition half is 7.8 at 53%. So he has relatively good passing stats. Let's go over to his defensive stats, and this is quite low. He has 1 clean sheet, interception 1 per 90, tackles per game 0.6, dribble pass per game 0.4, clearance per game 0.3. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, for recency bias, these are not the best stats. He had 30 appearances for Jamaica, scoring 2 goals, but recency bias, his the best stats. These are not the best stats. Wolverine said we are in the final for the first. Congratulations, Wolverine. I did say it as well to IMAX. Congratulations for making it to the final. So we're going to move now. So those are the stats for Damion Lowe, and these are the most recent available stats that we can gather. In accordance to at Etihad, Alexandria team, he played 10 games and conceded 9 goals. I think he should have done better than that. That same time period, he had 1, 2, 3. So he had 4 clean sheets. No, he had 2. He had 3. 1, 2. So he had 3 clean sheets during the same time period, people. Conceding 10 goals, 3 clean sheets during the same time period. Well, he didn't contribute to any goal at that, but we'll see how that one goes. So this is according to the 1st of May. Let's see the next game that he'll be playing. I'm going to look at the next game. Well, it's not sure, but these are the stats that I'm seeing for Damion Lowe right now. And I have to be honest, these are not the most impressive stats. They are definitely not the most impressive stats, but for now, I've already put Damion Lowe on the score sheet, the tally, into what we wanted to pair with. So let's move away from Damion Lowe and move on to the next defender, which is Mariappa. So we're moving over to the next defender, which is Mariappa. So this far, we are not seeing the best stats for Damion Lowe. So we're going to run through and see how or who we can pair him with. So Mariappa, Bristol City. Ooh, why did I say Palace? Let's run through some of the comments. Listen, none of these players, new defenders, have proven themselves. So Israel Kidd said, none of the new defenders have proven themselves worthy to solidify themselves in the team, and Damion Lowe has done that so far. So guess what? That means if Antonio should come right now, because Antonio did not prove himself playing for Jamaica, because he has never played for Jamaica before, that definitely means that we should not start it. Is that what you're saying, Ishmael King? Is that exactly what you're saying? Big up, this is you, Lucas Live. Thank you for passing through, bro. A lot of respect. Money. Yeah, we have to question that, of course. Stacey and Spencer said, military, right now, if Tapana use taxi here, I'm not watching no Jamaica World Cup game. Who are so Stacey and Spencer? My question to you is this. When last have you watched Damion Mattox play football? If you won't watch any match because there's no Damion Mattox and Kemar Lawrence, I want you to answer the question. When last have you seen Kemar Lawrence and Damion Mattox kick a ball? When last? Ishmael King said, he said it himself. Travis said, expose our defense because it's look at this goal. IMAX said, I've never heard so much excuses for players in my life. There's a lot of excuses for every single player. He's just not better than none of the new guys. Put him on the bench. So people, IMAX is saying we should put him on the bench. And I agree. I have to agree, people. I just have to agree. Damion Lowe, I see Damion Lowe as a good player. The higher league, it's like saying you have a player playing in Champions League, performing at the highest level in Champions League, and no, we're perfect league in the RSPL. Boob. Pinnock said, and more for sure. Pinnock and more for sure. That's a good shout. Stacey said, where would you put Peter Lee Vassell and Lambert on the field? No, the good thing about Peter Lee Vassell and Lambert is that they are playing football right now. That is the best thing about Peter Lee Vassell and Lambert. They are playing football right now. So guess what? By the time World Cup should come around, I assume that these guys will be fully fit. And I watched Kevin Lambert the other night, and he looked really, really well. He looks good. Scored a screamer as well. With his right foot low and hard to the left side, bottom corner of the keeper, beating the keeper for about 25 yards out. So Peter Lee Vassell, I'll be checking him. I think he's playing. I think it's tomorrow night or tonight. I'm not sure, but I'll be checking out his game as well to see how much ready these guys are. Last night I watched Joshua Hanglin. I watched Lamar Walker. Also, I watched Speedy. I watched these guys and I analyzed their games. And I did my match analysis on them, and I released it today this morning. And the guys, they gave me a thumbs up for it. Miami FC, the club itself, gave me a thumbs up for my match analysis. Ishmael King said, I repeat, none of these players have proven themselves under these conditions. Yes, I understand that. But my question to you is, how would they prove themselves if they don't step out on the field? Are you rather see the same team that went to semi-final in 2019 and lost the US step out on the field again because they have proven themselves? Is it that the case? Is it that the case? Tell me, people. Travis said, Guna, Hector isn't a centre back. Come on, Travis. So Hector is what? What is Hector? Travis said, Tapa will play him in the centre defensive midfield position. We will see about that one. I must say, the Bush League has no daily data. I couldn't find any data for the Egyptian League, people. It is difficult to get data in those leagues because these software are mostly situated for the more elite leagues on the top level. Come on, Travis. The Green Vanguard Radio, big up. He said Ethan Pinnock is the first choice, and I would agree with that. Ethan Pinnock is the first choice. It's one of the first choice. But we'll see how that one goes. Welcome, Marlon. Welcome to the show, bro. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of stick here. I knew that this topic would be a topic that is going to give me a lot of heat. So, question, because I was running through some details, trying to find some stats on Damion Lowe, but I couldn't because the stats people for these the stats people for the Egyptian league are the notified leagues are not acquainted with the Egyptian league. These stats guys, like the Opta Joe, the Opta Stats, the Quacker Sport, those guys.
Yeah.
Even the footballing apps, you're not going to find any much stats in those leagues on this. So it's quite difficult. So I had to use his last 10 games that he played, which was he scored like they conceded 9 goals in 10 games, and they had like 2 to 3 clean sheets. Now, a lot of people are saying, so someone in the comment section told me that if Kemar Lawrence is not playing and Matak is not playing, they are not going to watch any Gold Cup game. What do you think about that?
Well, Matak is not playing football now. Matak's league is on break. And Tax is injured. And Tax is basically on his way back to
USL.
To MLS. MLS. Yeah.
But even though Taxi haven't played a game in such a long while.
Yeah, because I was even looking at it this morning when I saw the news from TFC.
Mm-hmm. It's because
if he can...
I didn't know what happened. JD's here as well, so I have a bit of bucket tip. Welcome to the show, JD. So I haven't seen a lot of excuses for the players rather than people stating the facts. So I'm going to run through Mariappa now. So I said that I would pair Mariappa with Micheal Hector as my defensive pairing. I don't know about anyone.
They're gonna kill you.
And someone said earlier in the chat that they want some of what I'm drinking.
Because Lowe is playing week in, week out. That's the only thing about it still.
Yeah, he's playing week in, week out. And that's a good fact. And I've watched him. I've seen a few games. I've seen 2 games. Solid performance. But when I watched the game, the quality was quite poor.
Yeah, the league it's a rough league. It's a very aggressive league because if you compare it to RSPL, I watch the game that Romario scored in the last game he scored in, and the tackles are just flying in, man. To be honest, it's very rough.
Pretty rough. And the thing about it, you can't play like that in Europe. You'll be red carded, you'll be yellow carded continuously because those rash tackles. It's like when we're in Jamaica, right? You play different in corner league versus all you play in the RSPL.
Yeah.
And the RSPL footballers will call the corner league Bush League.
Yeah, for real.
And say those guys are not ready.
The thing's similar to it, but when the big name side play, when it's Zemelec, the Pyramids, El Ali, when they play, you can see the quality. But when the smaller teams are down playing the Al-Ittihad and those stuff, they're playing rough because they're playing for survival. But when the 4 big teams play along with Al-Ittihad, it's a different game.
You see some quality.
You see the quality, but when they're playing the smaller team, they're basically playing about survival.
Yeah. All right. So JD, I know you have hot talking points. And what do you think about all the excuses that have been driven this stream so far? Because since I started streaming, it has been an excuse-driven stream up until like for the last 20 minutes. So what do you think about it?
As you know me, I do try to always face reality, you know, and everything where facts leads to, it always goes with reality. So the biggest leagues in the world, I have all the wages here, and they are the Premier Leagues and the PSGs, or actually Bayern Munich, because sometimes Bayern Munich actually take players, don't pay them so much in normal fees, but give them wages high, and then you will go into the Syria. I have never seen anything mention of the Saudi league or the Egyptian league or whatever league. You get me? So to say it's based on because you're getting money and you choose it over next destination, that makes no sense. Because if you're playing in the Premier League or one of the registered top leagues, you would have gotten more. So that is just a blatant lie. I don't know if people can't actually research these things themselves. But goddamn, man, why people like to regurgitate proper garbage? Because these are just garbage points. I'm honestly telling you, these are just garbage points. Don't listen to people, man. Go and research for yourself. It makes no sense. That's pure lie. That's just lie. You can check it on the internet. But I guess most of these people won't believe the internet. They like to believe these corner shot mentality, you know? But it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, so I'll run through some of my comments. I'm going to go through 5 more comments, and then I'll head on to Mariappa, which is the next target, and we'll see what he has to offer for our defensive structure. Chavi said Tapwa probably call him up, and Chavi said Williams isn't good. Which Williams is that? Which Williams is that? Which Williams is that? Speedy. Oh, come on.
The only Williams is Romario.
Maybe Speedy is talking about Speedy Williams.
Oh.
He said
those are the 2 Williams, Speedy and Romario.
Huh? Crazy Norris said Bush League the man a play. Big up Crazy Norris. Said Bush League the man a play. Richard Stewart said I would love to see Holgate and Godfrey locking Jamaica's backline. Dreaming big. Yes, Richard. Big dream. Jay Sports said big up yourself. Big up Jay Weather. You have a big game coming up tomorrow. Travis said Lowe never play against any top teams. So it's will not say it's bad average because we have never seen him on the big stage, but we can't overhype him because of the same reason we have not seen him on the big stage. The best we can say is he does have the potential, but we have not seen him on that level as yet for to say that he's above the players that are already playing on that level.
Very good point. He does have the potential.
Yeah.
What do you calculate to assess that he has the potential in the first place? That's what I want to know. You know, because I like to learn.
Yeah. All right. So when we assess potential, we not only assess where the players are playing, but we assess the players themselves, their significant attributes. Now, we have seen Damion Lowe play in the Gold Cup, which have relatively good opponents playing at good level. We have seen him put on good performances against good opponents. But the problem is that those performances can be rated as a good enough performance that to show that he has a bit of potential to play at a higher level. Now, the problem is now, when he's consistently playing in a league that the level is so low, you can't say that he's better than the players that are playing at a higher league. That is the reason why I can use the term, but he has the potential. But he is not better than those guys playing those leagues. He has the potential to play there. Not necessarily means that he'll be playing there at the highest level as well.
Okay, fair enough,
So
fair
that
enough.
is the reason why he's potential. That is the reason why he's very potential. It's like a safety net. It's like a safety net. So you're not overhyping him, and you're being cautious with where you rank him. Because at this point in time, if we should rank Damion Lowe and Ethan Pinnock, relatively same age, I think Ethan Pinnock is slightly younger than him, maybe 2 years younger than him. Ethan Pinnock is potentially walking into the Premier League right now. The difference between the Championship and the Premier League right now versus the Egyptian League is like this and like floor level. It's way below. Can you imagine a Manchester City playing against an Etihad? It would be an embarrassment. It could be, Damion Lowe could be as good as goal. He would concede 9 goals. They would not even see Kevin De Bruyne. They would be like, "Oh my God, was this guy created by God himself?"
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it is. I'm gonna run through some more. Yeah, but Damion Lowe and Nice, bench a nice, bench player. Okay, so he said Damion Lowe is a bench player. Ian Hebert said, why we are gonna talk about Vassal in go LAFC and look like a they appreciate Vassal like that. Come on, let's give him the opportunity to prove himself. It's a season-long journey he has ahead of him. Let's give him that opportunity to finish out the season.
Yeah, but that's a different thing.
You can't skip my comments because I'm on the show
now.
Yeah, I'm way
Peter Lee was here.
Big up Stephen. Then King, see how good Moore look. Of course, don't disrespect me. Ishmael said I should not disrespect him.
No, I think I think they were actually talking about me, but everything that I've said, I think people should focus on what people write rather than just jump to conclusion to see what they're saying. Don't just jump to conclusion because I didn't say anything disrespectful. I just said people out here trying to be security blanket for some of these players for no reason. They don't want it. They don't need it.
How long can you be that for? How long? Shevan Givan said, exactly. Antonio have to come off the bench or do a great in a friendly. You can't just start without justifying why you should start. So that's a big claim. What do you think about that, Marlon? He said Antonio should come off the bench.
In what case? If look at it, strikers out there. Look at Jamaica Lowe, right? Roof, Antonio, right? He just came back from injury and hit the ground running again, just like he wasn't that way.
Yeah.
Came back Roof, double line, right? Right now, if you look at it, if to put just like in this perspective, that was our striker scoring with Javanese. We're talking about Shaman Nicholson. Nicholson is not really scored. I think his last he's in the last 10 games, I think he's 2 goals. Right? The other players are scoring. They come
I'm losing him right there. All right, so
if it's a friendly game,
it's breaking up. Just rejoin, bro. Yeah, so
no, it was just my computer. I didn't plug in the card. That's why.
All right, so Gibbons right here said Antonio should come off the bench and play well in a friendly for him to prove himself. That is the best way for him to justify him starting. So Antonio have to play in a friendly. That is the best way to justify the reason why Antonio deserves a start. For me personally, I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. So you're saying, okay, so Andre Gray playing in the championship should start because he came and started for Jamaica and he played well. So Andre Gray should get the start over Micheal Antonio. What's your take on that, JD?
I think it's not realistic. It's not a realistic take because keep in mind, this belief of you have to play 45 minutes of a game, which was a friendly that people trying to rotate players, and you are playing a competitive competition for the most money on planet Earth. I think you will always choose the guy that is playing for the most money on planet Earth, even if he didn't know the team chemistry, because keep in mind, it's all new players playing regardless. So nothing really matters when it comes on to that. So people are trying to add the calculations to things, but it really don't add up. Because you're going to give away 45 minutes that a man play in a game or 70 minutes in a game to a man that's playing at one of the highest level. It makes no logical sense. If he's better, he's just better and he should start. That's how it is. Period.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. Jay anyway that said nothing changing in my front four players, Lowe, Roof, Antonio, and Bailey. Ishmael said he mentioned money, not me.
Yeah, that person
not
likes
getting no taxi game. Them not getting a game, Taxi and Matax. Because someone said if Taxi and Matax is not played, they don't want to see any game. They don't want to watch. So I don't understand what's the logic behind that. I'm so far back.
But based on what I'm seeing, it's just simple as this. People just, if it leaves to the chat and most of the people that views football in Jamaica, all of their friends make the teams.
Yeah.
And no one that's actually fitted for the situation right now, because what they are doing, the problem with most of the viewers, they are always trying to surround themselves in their own bubble. So they are not seeing what's taking place outside the bubble. That's why they want to pick their friends. But if they actually just take a glimpse what's going on outside the bubble, they might realize that if they don't select these English players, Jamaica might come 6th or 7th in the CONCACAF region. Because these guys are, when they are not accepting the main players, like the English players them, and talking about they want to put their friends in it, you have other countries taking superstar players, if not best players in best positions. So it makes no logical sense. You can't want to win everything, but you want to pick your friends that are not good, are not good enough to the other players. We are not saying your friends are not good, but we are just trying to say that they are not up to par with the other players that's playing for other teams. And that's how it is. We can't complain. It's not a rocket science. It's just actually what's happening now.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm going to run through Mariappa right now. He's the next defender on the list. Quite a few of them. So right now we have Mariappa. We're looking at Mariappa, people. 34 years old. 34 years old. And if we want to go down the route of sentiments and friend, as what I assume most Jamaicans want to do, it means that Mariappa will get his call, and Mariappa will represent Jamaica at age 34. Remember now, we want to build for the future. We want a proper Gold Cup squad. We want a World Cup squad as well. Now, you guys said there's Tapa will call it the core players. And I know for a fact that Mariappa is a part of the core players. So are you guys going to build excuse for other players being called up and not build any excuse for Mariappa not being called up? Because if you are going to say Damion Lowe, Andre Blake, Kemar, Lawrence are core players and they will be called up and they will play, even Hector will play. That means Mariappa will play. So I have to draft Mariappa in this as well. Now, this season, so far in the championship, we're going to do a rendezvous on the season so far. We're going to break it down a bit. At age 34, he has played a significant amount of minutes. Total games played 24. He started 18 out of those, completing every game at 71 minutes of those games. He has scored he hasn't scored a goal. He hasn't contributed in the attacking third. None at all. Remember now, this is Bristol City. So let's look at his passing stats because we're moving. Football is evolving. every defender, every keeper has to be good with their feet. You have to. That is the world we are going right now. When a defender is good with their feet, it helps the team to beat the press and to take control of the ball and dominate possession when you have defenders and keepers who are good possessionally and can pass the ball. So, yeah, he averages 40 touches per 90, 0.1 key passes, accurate pass per game 19.9 at the 73%, accurate pass in his own half 14.8 at 82%, also accurate pass in opposition half 5.1 at 53%, then no long ball 1.4 at 34%, and then now moving over to his defensive stats where he's a defender, these things count. 2 clean sheets, 1.2 interception per 90, 1.1 tackles per 90, and 0.1 possession 1 per 90. Dribble pass 0.6 and clearance per game 3.6. Error leading to shots 1. Error leading to goal also 1. So these are the things that we have to be working with people. Let me run through some of his last game played, and let's look at some of the things now that I'm seeing. He has been significantly beating the bench more so often than ever. So literally, he's a bench player. So he has recently found himself on the bench guys.
No. The last 6 games, what Salah decided to do, they have decided you must be younger players because they can make playoff.
It's breaking up. I'm hard to hear.
No, sir. What Mr. City has because they're in position, they cannot make the playoff and they cannot be relegated. They have rotated side a lot.
Okay.
So the whole back four has been changed in the last couple of games. The front same.
So my take on this is this. We want defenders who we can represent Jamaica now and also represent Jamaica in the World Cup. And then now we have to factor in that we have another World Cup coming in. There's an issue that I believe with the Jamaican football. Here's it. We are heavily reliant on age bracket 28 to 34 and 35. These are age bracket players that we want to bring in. When you look at other teams, they are recruiting players during, with age bracket 24, 25, 23, 26, and the peak age 28. You have 1 and 2. You have 1 and 2 senior players in the team. But I think that when we give these players the opportunity, there's no space in the team for the youngsters. Even if we fail, we can at least say we gave 10 or 8 to 10 youngsters, 21, 22, 23-year-old, the opportunity to go on that big stage, make themselves known, and better clubs can come for them, where they can play at a higher level, and we have these players moving into the next World Cup or the next big tournament. And we can say these players have been playing at this level for such and such long period of time. Rather than using a 34-year-old, he plays this year, and then he plays in the next World Cup, and after the World Cup, he retires. There's no longevity there. So what's your take on that, JD?
Repeat a little bit because I was fixing my headphone, which is not fixed, just the same.
All right, so
but
I'm talking about Mariappa. Mariappa at age 34. We're arguing over core players, right? There's a big argument about core players. So we're stating that at this stage of the game, we know for a fact that we want to move forward not only for this World Cup, but for the coming World Cups as well. We have to try to bet in some of the younger players, the younger defenders between the age bracket 21, 22, 23, 24. When we play a player like Mariappa at age 34, he plays this year, and he plays in the World Cup next year. Granted that we qualified, and the year after, he's 36, and he retires. So there's no longevity moving to the 2026 World Cup. 2028 World Cup. No, 2026 World Cup. Should we try to cut ties with these older players right now and try our best to facilitate with the younger players and see how best we can work with these young players moving forward, that we have a bit more longevity? At least if we don't make the World Cup this year, at least in the next 4 years from now, we have players playing at high level, young players who already played in the World Cup, if we do get into the World Cup, or if not, we have young players who played in the qualifiers and look really, really progressive.
Okay, so basically you want to cut ties with the older players to get younger ones in. So if you do feel you have that experience to bank on for the next relief, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but for me, I would say if the player is good enough, like if he's in good enough condition and he's producing week in, week out, I think you would select him, because keep in mind, Ryan Dunk is the same age as Maps as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the leader man for Galatasaray and also the leader man for Suriname. So if you have one specific player, you could do so, but not too many, because you need longevity in the team and you need legs in the team. So you have to have IQs in the team, and the older players naturally gather the higher IQ at all times. So sometimes you need them in the team. Either they can be a part of the bench, as what you said for the defender, you can do so as well. But I think if he's good enough, you could play him, or you could give him a spot on the team just to G up the others. You need some players. So sometimes you have to waste a few spots, because these guys are the guys that carry you over the line. You get me? So that's what I would say when it comes on, because you need the experience to go with, but you don't need too much old heads in the team to get jaded over time. So that's I would say bring him, but don't bring too much others. You know?
That is exactly what I want to move away from, because Jamaica don't tend to produce a lot of defenders. We don't tend to produce a lot of defenders, and I think the reason is because we have been banking on the senior players to try and bail us out for so long. That is how we are now failing, because we're just continuously banking on the senior players over and over again. And then now, when it does not work out, that is the result. So this person said, what about Corey Burke's performance? He had a poor game. I have to be honest. He had a very, very poor game in the other night.
Yeah, but why is it has to be some individualistic things always? Why it has to be over one performance? Imagine you can get a 10 out of 10.
No, you have to about Corey Burke. He played.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying, why is it people base things over one performance? If you play one time for the national team and you didn't play good, people don't know about football. Like when you actually touch the field the first time, that might not be your best game 75% of the time. So why is it people always judging it off one game? I think they should give it a little bit more time, man. Stop trying to judge people too fast. You get me?
Yeah. Ian Hibbert said the man them play Bush League and people behaving like they're playing in the Champions League. Stacey said against Atalanta. He had a poor game, Stacey. Better Lambert play over Hector. I watched Lambert. Lambert looked really, really composed. I enjoyed Lambert's performance, I have to say. Despite it was the USL, he did perform. I'm talking about composure, technical ability, shots as well, because he did score a goal as well in that one. Ian Campbell, big up Ian, thank you for passing through. More and Pinnock for central defenders. That's a good shot. So that is the reason why I'm doing this here, and want to run through some of these defenders to see who right now at this point in time are in the best form going in. The Green Vanguard radio said Ethan Pinnock and Damion Lowe could start. Is Lowe really better than Liam Moore? Liam Moore is playing at a higher league. And the really person got her. What do you think about that, Marlon? Do you think that Liam Moore is better than Damion Lowe?
Are you asking me? Because you know my answer.
Marlon,
okay.
No, Liam Moore is a better defender. He has more he's still in
Okay, Marlon off.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I said no. Liam Moore is a better player.
Okay.
For me, hands down, Liam Moore.
He's in a better league.
Okay. Okay.
You guys hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing
it's breaking up.
It's breaking up. It's breaking up.
For me, I think the things that people talk about, every single thing, because I've checked Damion Lowe's strengths, for instance, and they're talking about his quick step to making challenges and his rush behavior and his hyperactive sides to him. But that's what makes him a very good defender. Okay, I got what you're saying. But keep in mind, you have players that were in school from 7 years old. They don't do nothing more than football. Liam Moore has the same side what you're talking about, but what he has a experience so long playing football, and he's so young. You understand me? And he's playing at a higher level. When you look at his technical abilities, it's not the same. It's just not the same. So it's hard. I know people sometimes always say that I'm always trying to pick a side from the local players or whatever, but it's just reality. I played football in Jamaica, and then I saw different football outside Jamaica, in England, in Belgium, in France, in Germany, and it's just not the same. So people just need to know that the level is a little bit different, man, and Moore is better, if not the best defender in the entire team. Just my opinion still. I could be wrong.
All right, so we will reach him, so we'll see statistically how he stacks up against the other defenders. But so far, we have seen Mariappa stats. We have also seen Damion Lowe stats as well. We'll be moving on to the next defender, which is Pinnock. Then now we'll move on to Liam Moore. So we want to see how these guys stacks up as well. So Mariappa, yes.
So, but what I want to ask, what rank or what level you rank his team is playing at to comparable to an English Premier League club? You have to find that balance to really rank all the players.
No, that's what I'm ranking. I'm using Pinnock as the landmark, because he's potentially going into the Premier League. He's in the playoff. He's potentially going to the Premier League. So he's in a championship at playing at a high level.
But I'm asking what level you rank Damion Lowe's club at in the English bracket, like a League 2, a League 1, a League 2. Okay.
That's a League 2 bracket. It's a League 2 bracket.
Okay, trying to find out.
Yeah, it is a League 2 bracket. It's in the League 2 bracket. We must start boost up the local players them and demand more from them. Exactly, I think so. Ian Campbell, who will play defense with Lowe? Marcus is saying. Ishmael said, Guna, why would I start two centre back who failed at the first instance? Okay, so you're talking about Liam Moore and Pinnock in the first game. No. Remember this now. That was their first game. You guys are the one that talking about the gelling process, that we must get these players to gel, and we must have the core players in the team as well. Now, in goal, every single player, almost every player on the pitch, the first they're playing together. First, almost, let me see if I can identify two players that have been playing alongside each other. I would say Mariappa and Hector. Everyone else is the first. Everyone else, he was the first they played. It was the first debutant Bell, Jaden White. First he was playing against them as well. Pinnock, Liam Moore, Jamal Lowe, Andre Gray. Every single one. First time they're playing together.
Yeah, but Guna, who said they failed?
Ishmael King said according
to
Ishmael
who said they failed?
According to Ishmael King.
No, you need to ask that person how they determined that these guys failed. Not because the result says a certain thing. No, you look on the stats and look at how much things they did, and if they had enough the required players around them to match with the players that they are playing with, that determines if you fail or not. Exactly, because the entire team would fail.
We can say the midfield fail. We can exactly say the midfield fail. So we know that if the midfield fail, the defense will be under immense pressure. So it's difficult. Pebble said Dre with Harris. Only Blake, Bailey, and Taxi can make the team. Even right now, Taxi's kind of fluttering, go down the pecking order. Mariappa flopped last game. Marcel Blue said, Old Man Mariappa. Yakni said, I would not call a league Bush League that I have stadium that worth 50 mil and more. So the state, because the stadium is worth 50 mil means it's not a Bush League. What if they build? What if we had a 100 mil stadium in Jamaica, and we're playing RSPL in it? Why does not JFF go all out for a whole gate? I would really like to know, Travis. Pebble said, no excuse. Satan said, military again, why can't you guys help find a goalkeeper to assist Blake? Like how you guys finding overseas players. We have goalkeepers. There's Jaden White. Is it Blackman or Amal? Yeah, Amal, you have Knight. Is it Vigaro or Vigaro, that guy that recently was identified as well. There's quite a few keepers that has been identified.
They're still doing Miller.
Exactly. So we're not short here. Marcus Garvey said, no Low in the team. Jay Ross said, Travis Mariappa never flop, bro. On the what? Mariappa legs blow out in the first 15 minutes. Mariappa couldn't keep up with the game for the first 15 minutes. Mariappa he couldn't keep up. So we're going over now to the next player, people. Let's look at. I'm going to do Liam Moore first. Then we're going to do wraps up the stats and see which player, because so far Mariappa have better stats than Damion Lowe. Based off the stats that we have gathered here, Mariappa has presented better stats. Because, well, literally, we got stats for Mariappa, so it's difficult. We got stats for Mariappa. We didn't get it for anyone. So we have Liam Moore. There's like 4 Liam Moore to hell. What the heck?
I'm going to start some extra studies next week, which I really need to figure out my communication skills to really baptize people. Because a lot of people need to be baptized, you know? Yeah. I'm going to start working on it.
Ishmael King said, Lowe does not pick up a lot of cards. What does card have to do with it? We're talking about playing. Lowe been playing good. It's not okay just to take him out for new players. Lowe is a good player. We're not saying we're just going to throw him away. He's in the team. Lowe is in the team. We didn't say we're going to just not bring him on the team, travel 500 miles, and we left Lowe at home, sitting like this, looking like this. He's in the team. What if the first 2 games Lowe doesn't play, the third game he plays the third and fourth game? He's in the team. Raman, big up Raman. But it's sad to say, but Jamaican born players won't get the development they need because they like their comfort zone too much. I can't believe Lawrence is leaving Anderlecht to join Toronto. Big joke thing. And you bring a valid point across. Why would Blake want to leave Anderlecht a higher level to go and play in the USL, the MLS? I don't know. I can't.
Didn't he said in an interview about his family lives in New York or something, or in America? So maybe that's the only valid reason.
Okay.
But that would show that you're not professional, to be honest, or you're less professional, because every professional wants to achieve the highest things in the world. So, you know, at one hand, people said the same thing a minute ago, but on that next hand, they would say something different for this type of behavior. You understand?
That is because of his family, so he wants to make the move.
Yes, so family comes first then. Yeah.
But why? So, but I think that he can move with his family.
Yes, I think so, but we know how it goes sometimes with in Belgium. You can't find too much of your same culture. You can find them more of your location. In America, you know.
No, but you adjust.
No.
All the top players do. They adjust.
I know it's very hard. It's very hard. Believe me.
Yeah.
I told you before. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
All right, so we're gonna run through Liam Moore now. 28, which is in the good age bracket, as I said. At least we can see Liam Moore playing like 2 more World Cups, retiring at age 35. at least, because you know defenders they have a longer duration playing football. Not the tallest, but it does win a lot of aerial duels. As you guys can see from this heat map, really dense, that high intense era, really dense. Averages a 6.89 SOFA score rating, literally almost a 7 SOFA score rating. So this is what we should look at, people. He plays week in, week out. Week in, week out. 31, played 31 games. He started all 31 games, completed 89 minutes per game, which means that he's not coming out of the field. His manager preferred to see Liam Moore die on that pitch than play without Liam Moore. That says a lot about a player.
Believe me. If anyone says Liam Moore or anyone in the team naturally now is comparable to the guy, it's just joke. I don't think they actually watch football, and these statements are just some statements to G up their dogs, as what they always said in the chat. You know, I'm a dog, which the fuck you're calling someone dog is kind of disrespectful in its own self. But I understand where they're coming from. It's their dogs, so they want them to feel good. But Liam Moore is not even comparable to Toxic. To Lowe. I'm being honest. It's not even comparable. Liam Moore is one step to be a permanent Premier League player. Because keep in mind, he was coming from that, you know. It was an injury. People need to check the records and stuff, you know. That's what caused him to step down to get himself back to a different level. So I don't think people give him his true respect. It's not comparable, man.
All right, so Jero said half of the players that we are speaking about top of one pick. I personally am concerned with a comment like that. If you believe that Mr. Whitmore will not pick a Liam Moore and a Ethan Pinnock, I personally am concerned with that. Because we know in Jamaica there's a mentality of a friend team mentality in Jamaica, where we operate off friend basis, because that someone is our friend, so he has to play. He's a community ball, and so he has to play. Now, how long can we keep up that mentality in the Jamaican football? It's killing us. It's killing our football. It's killing our progress. It's killing our youth. We can't continue like that. So we're evaluating each and every single player based off quality, based off performance, based off what we can get from that player in particular. It goes to show that we can evaluate these players based off their performance and come to a conclusion of who deserves a chance, not who we think is the better baller because he's nice or he's loud on the football field, he talks more. He looks like a baller. He has the ball and legs and those type of things.
So they're saying basically a guy has leader attributes.
Yeah.
But how do you know if how do you not know, or how do you figure out if the other guys that you don't ever saw play a ball in your life has the same attribute? Moore literally is a leader, man, but yet still you don't give him a chance to even touch the field yet before you're saying the next guy is better than him. So it's just an individualistic preference. It's nothing else. That's just it. And it's just hard to deal with, man. You know, sometimes it's just frustrating. And man don't even want to turn up sometimes. Man just want to turn on him yard.
Yeah. Ishmael King said, you can say what you want. Lowe mentioned is come watch his interview and stop talking foolishness. So we're talking.
Okay. Well, no, I think this person is just all up on me. You can pull out the comment. Let me dissect the human being, you know? Yes. First and foremost, it doesn't matter what he says. If the facts is out there that's written down, that means he's lying. Simple. Nothing more. We are not. I don't go in the corner shop mentality. It's either the facts or nothing else. We can check the leagues on paper to see what they do pay. He's not making any extra money than no one else in the Premier League. That's a lie. And don't come here and tell anyone stupidness and continue bringing on these stupidness towards other people. You're just making other people dumb, straight up. So just check the facts for yourself when you want to have attitude. Simple as that. Because you're wrong and you have attitude being wrong. That's the mentality I'm trying to cut out.
That's the mentality that we need to get out as well.
You're wrong and you want to have attitude being wrong. Wow. This is great.
So Liam Moore, let's move into Liam Moore passing stats. So his passing stats are significantly high. He has 1 assist, total 62 touches, 62.5 touches per 90. Key passes 0.2. Accurate passes per 90 is actually 44.6 at 84%. That's the highest so far. Accurate passing is own half 38.0 and 92%, highest as well so far. Opposition half 6.6, that's the third highest at 55%. Chip passes 2.1 at 41%. That's relatively good. And long balls 3.6 at 43%. That's the second highest we have covered so far. Clean sheets, 11 clean sheets, highest we have covered so far as well. Interception per 90, relatively okay in the okay region. Tackles per 90 is 0.7. Possession 1-0. Dribble pass 0.2, the lowest, which means that literally no one is passing him. Clearance per game 3.6, the highest, the second highest, and penalty to control conceded 1. So these are really, really good stats from Liam Moore. I don't see why people have an issue with Liam Moore starting. But in this game in particular, for anyone who didn't know, Jamaica Lowe got man of the match for this game. That was for the last game that Liam Moore played. So his compatriots got man of the match. So that's the stats for Liam Moore. We're now moving over to the next man himself, the one that we talked about. So we covered so far. We covered Damion Lowe. Let me move to Micheal Hector before I go to Ethan Pinnock. Ethan Pinnock is the last person we're covering. So we're moving to Micheal Hector. Moving on to Micheal Hector, because as I said earlier in the stream, people, I would want to see a partnership of Micheal Hector and Mariappa. So tell me what you think about that. Marlon, what do you think about that? Oh, his mic is mute. What do you think about that, Marlon?
Well,
Hector and Mariappa partnership. Going into the World Cup.
That partnership won't work.
Why not? Come on. At least give it a chance. We're talking about.
No. Guess what?
Well, yeah.
You have to put players with everybody's strength match up on, right?
But center back here.
Yeah, but alone a Hector will work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them use the ball, and Mariappa and Lowe partnership will work. I guess Mariappa don't have enough pace against. So Mariappa will basically use his experience and ball knowledge to read the game. Hector can read the game, but sometimes make some rash decisions. So you have to both of them pairing will work.
All right. So you said what we all see that Hector is actually a slow player, right? But according to my knowledge, according to Mr. Whitmore knowledge, Hector is a slow player. Everyone sees that. But according to Whitmore knowledge, he played at right back. He played in the defensive midfield position, as you say. And Mariappa is also a slow player. And he played at right back. So we have a defensive midfielder who cannot move across the pitch in 5 seconds. It takes him a whole 10 minutes from one 18-yard box to the next. And then we have Mariappa right back, who takes him another 15 minutes from one fullback position to the next. The moment Pulisic passed him, it was like, bye-bye, see you, goodbye. So, but that is the reason why I want both of them to play together, where we can use some experience in the defense line as a centre-back pairing, and the core we want to work with. We're talking about core now. We're emphasizing on core now. Everyone is beating me about core now. So guess what? I'm putting core players together. I'm putting players who have proven themselves on the big stage in the Gold Cup. Proven themselves, which is Mariappa and Hector. People in the comments, please put it in the comments. What do you think about the partnership of Mariappa and Hector? I say I give it a thumbs up. I would give it a thumbs up.
Military.
JD say no,
Basically,
and Marlon say no. I don't know why. I guess they don't know.
no, like,
I didn't say anything. I didn't respond.
Mariappa's gonna play as a right back. That's where he's gonna play.
Okay, guys, we have almost 40 persons in the chat. I'm telling you guys, come out of the comment section for 5 seconds and hit the like button. Smash that like button right now. You have to show. Come on, people. We're here working hard. We're here defending Mariappa. We're defending Hector. At least show some credibility and put something on our name for defending these guys. Give us a thumbs up. Well, give me a thumbs up. I'm the only one who's doing it. So just hit the thumbs up on the chat, people, so we can enjoy the rest of the show. And it will also help with other people seeing the show. The more likes get, the more people see the show, and it will allow more people to join. And I can tell you, there's a lot of people out there right now watching the show who don't want to put likes on it, and they're watching to find out their best points. And I'm assuming that later tomorrow morning early we might see something fresh. I'm not saying anything, we might see something fresh, but that is the world that we live in. But anyways, people, let's get into Micheal Hector.
Yes, we're living in an era where the geniuses has been called the personals that don't have much sense.
All right. All right, so this is Micheal Hector, people. The last game Micheal Hector played was actually against Chelsea. So the last three, well, come on, he was on the bench. Come on, let me put it to the last game that he made appearance for. I can't find it. It was in sometime in October. The last game he played was in October. So this season in particular, Hector had a total of 4 appearances, right? 4 appearances. He started 3 of those. He completed 66 minutes, and we're going to go. So as you guys can see, defensive midfield, central midfield, and right back. So we can play Hector right back then. Let's get rid of Mariappa then and play Hector right back. I'm defending the guys, people. You should defend. Come on, guys. I'm defending them. Give me the thumbs up. Hit the like button, people. So he had a total of 54 touches. Key passes, 0.7. Accurate pass per 79%, which he makes 36.8 per 90. And that ranks him at third. Accurate pass in the own half, 25.3 at 91%, ranking him at second behind Liam Moore. Accurate pass in opposition of 11.5, ranking him at third again. Then no long ball, 41%, that's ranking 5th. And then no chip passes, 3.8 at 39%, ranking him about 5th as well. No, and that's from 4 appearances. So there's no landmark to that. There's no product. There's no weight. That's not carrying any weight at this point in time. Defending, clean sheet 0, interception 0. If you're not making interception, I don't want you around here. I don't want you to protect my defense. Tackles per game 0.8 is not reaching to the players. Possession 1 0. Dribble pass 1.3, almost 2 times. So come on, people. We don't clearance per game 1.5. These are poor defense. It makes no sense. I'm just wasting literal breath here. But Hector would rank. I finished Mariappa. Hector would rank. Mariappa would rank at 5th. We have Damion Lowe. We have Hector. Then we have Liam Moore so far. So the final player we're going on into is Ethan Pinnock. Let's see what Ethan Pinnock has to offer. Let's see if he can overthrow Liam Moore. Oh, let's run through some of the comments first. I know you guys don't want me to think that I'm abandoning you guys. Why is that's loading up? Marlon Wi-Fi is jumping in and out the window.
Yeah, man, the flow from the Champions League game finish.
Mm-hmm.
The Wi-Fi go up and down.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to run through some of the comments. I'm going to be tear to shreds right now because I said I want from the stands from that stand I can overstand why Lowe wouldn't start, I guess. Okay, so if he's okay, finally, so someone is getting it. Someone is finally getting it. Bravo Squadron, you're speaking pure facts. Thank you. Will the JFF hold anything against the players like Lowe who protested? That's a very, very good question. That's a very, very good question. But the protest wasn't solely about the players alone or the specific players that protested. It was a collective thing, despite others turn up and play. It was a collective thing. They all agreed on it. Some just didn't turn up to play. And I think that there might be a bit of factor in that as well. You might be coming across. Guys, remember to smash the like button. Andy McNally said, seems Jamaica win our draws most games where Damion Lowe plays. Do you have the stats and that? Oh, that would be a different. I will have to go and rally back on a lot of stats for that.
But in a sense, yes, he plays most of those games where they win and draw. Okay, no problem. Well, what that has to do with all of these new players?
Nothing.
They weren't here. So
that
I'm just trying to find out.
Yeah? Start. Micheal Antonio will start if Ivan is not there. So he's talking about Antonio now. Most of you just start watching Lowe. Yeah, even if we just start watching Lowe.
You have to figure out if it's Lowe running that account behind someone's back or something, or it's one of his peers or something, because you talk nothing about no one else. We're talking about 5 defenders, and you never mention nothing about any other defender more than one person. You came over my channel, you talk about that this same person texting about Lowe the entire chat, and you're doing the same thing here again.
Yeah.
I think he needs to pay a good amount of money out of his comfort zone that he told you about.
The amount of time I speak about Lowe, I think a lot of people don't realize the amount of coverage. I went and did intensive research on Lowe. Not only watching his game, but also research his background, all the titles that he won in the USL. When he was at Oxford Hawks, I'm quite sure a lot of people didn't even know that. When he was at Oxford Hawks, he featured in the USL Team of the Year for the northern side, America Team of the Year for the southern side as well. Come on, people. Travis said Damion Lowe is good at right back or CDM. He can't play centre back anymore.
He can't follow Travis, yeah.
Ian said, I like Vassal, but he needs to improve. Andy McNally said, guys, smash the like button, people. I should have at least have over 40 likes right now. Minimum 40 likes right now. So we have covered a few players. So the last player we're going to cover right now. But I'm running some of the comments and let's see how we can go. So Micheal Antonio is in the chat. And I assume that who would build an account like that? Someone who loves to build account. I'm so way back. My word. JD,
just run through all the just run through all the comments, man, and answer some of them, because that person, I swear, that person built this account to fight with me.
Antonio said, Map is quality, mate. I know him from academy days. Ian said, look at Lawrence Vigorous stats. Vigorous. Is it Vigorous? I think it's Vigorous. I think X is silent. It has to be Vigorous. Nathan Redman. So we have Nathan Redman and Micheal Antonio in the chat. Come on, people. I would like to play with Flemings. I think he's a quality. I think he's top quality in it. In what? The top 4 CB right now: Pinnock, Moore, Lowe, Mariappa. What about Tilt? What about West Harding? Why are we talking about Tony if he has committed? One website, I think you should go and read the articles that the JFF president himself said he contacted Tony. And if you don't want to take what the JFF president says, if you think he's lying,
then if the JFF ain't credible and Sky Sports ain't credible, then who on earth do you get the information from?
The guy came on credible? Sky Sports. He said it on Sky Sports. The president said it on Sky Sports that these are the list of players that we have contacted and they are making their decision. Dizzy, big up Dizzy for coming in. Big up DJ as well. I have a question. National Cup competition does Jamaica play in apart from the World Cup? Gold Cup this year, we played in Gold Cup. That's in Orlando. Ibert said, Mops never good like Morgan and Dash. Them dash him away 4 years ago, so Mops can go on now. That's funny. That's hard.
Be a comedian, man.
So the Green Vanguard said Mariappa should be in the squad no matter what.
Yeah, but I said
even if
something.
Mariappa is on 1 foot, he should be in the squad.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I said. I said I think you can actually bring one of the players that you use as a spot. Not necessarily he should be one of the main starters or anything, because he do have the experience to help out the other guys, the UK guys to gel faster, and the local guys to educate them a little bit more. You can just bring him basically, and that,
I wouldn't bring her. I wouldn't bring
oh,
her.
you wouldn't bring him. You would have taken.
No.
You would have took a youth instead.
I would take a youth instead. We have Lowe,
Okay.
28 years old, good enough age, a lot of caps, senior player in the team. Taxi, senior player in the team as well. Also, the keep Andre Blake is 30 years old. Senior, that is a lot of experience. The captain himself. So
Webster
the
says
process and all those things we talk about, I think those guys can sort that out.
Webster says here at the bottom of the chat, you don't have to click it. Sorry, did not know Tony has confirmed. No, he didn't say Tony has been confirmed, because sometimes this can turn your thing in like you said the wrong thing. He said he was interested to play for Jamaica. So if he doesn't get the call up for England, but the guy was actually speaking on where the information came from.
Yeah.
And that's what we were trying to say to you. It weren't about confirmed. So don't say military Guna told you that it's confirmed, right? He didn't say that.
So all right. So what I'm going to tell you guys to do, you guys can go to Sky Sports and search for Mr. Ricketts, and you will see the interview that Mr. Ricketts came out and said. So he talked about all the players that they have contacted. He spoke about all the players that they have contacted. You don't have to take what I am saying, but you can go there and see for yourself. And if you think that Mr. Ricketts is blind, that's on you, bro. And that's on you. DJ said Mariappa is so crap. I don't see top country drizzling over old players. Jamaica need winning mentality and wisdom. Age come with wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this comment. Ricardo, thank you for this comment. He said some of these players look good because they are playing at a level they are comfortable. So Dre in other sports said it's not about picking sides, it's about putting the best players, possible players, to represent Jamaica to win us the Gold Cup and qualify for the World Cup. That is the whole aim. That is the reason why. And that is the reason why I want to go through. Given said, Military Guna, I would like you to pick a team which fits a defensive counter-attacking system and one that is a possession attacking system. Let's say Ivan Toney and Antonio. Who best fits a counter? A counter would be Micheal Antonio.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer because
is a fox in the box. Most of his goals are inside 18-yard box. Ivan Toney, bulldozer, on the counter, catch on the counter, and score a goal.
But you have to be honest, Guna. I don't think Ivan Toney is better than Micheal Antonio at none of those key attributes, like bulldozer and those stuff. Micheal Antonio is different, I saw him have some big defenders, I think Ivan Toney is just a better finisher. That's what I would say. Just a better finisher. But every other attribute, Micheal Antonio has over him.
Technical ability.
Remember this.
The ball, shielding the ball, protecting the ball, finish, and also the aerial battles, ground duels, aerial duels.
Remember this. Remember, Ivan Toney hasn't played against the caliber, a defender that Antonio is playing against week in, week out.
Yeah,
so you can compare them. One is in Championship, one is in Premier League. So Premier League defender, you're looking at the set of best defender you have in England playing week in, week out. You're playing against them. So you can compare both of them.
Yeah. So continue.
When and if Tony beats you, then you can do a comparison.
Yeah. That's a valid take. Donkey's better. Alex is saying Donkey's better than Damion Lowe.
But no one asked that question.
No,
that's not even a question because
he said
that's
that
just exactly these guys are playing higher level. You can't, you know.
And he's also saying Haps is better than Taxi. At least he's keeping up to date. Where's getting those information? Just asking. Suriname information from. I don't know much about Suriname, but I would like to know.
I wonder where he's getting all of those Suriname information.
DJ. Oh, DJ, just I see DJ. Come on. He said, oh, I'm not reading this comment. I just saw the comment, DJ. Just saw the comment. There's a lot of comment in the DJ, like Topper have to pick Pinnock more and Tilt. Tilt at right back, right? Or you're talking about going to the back seat? Travis said Tilt maybe. He didn't get a fair chance and also Harding. Xhaka, Arsenal, Xhaka, like a Saka. What did I say that so easily? All I'm saying is this squad is so hard to pick. That's true. It's very, very difficult to pick. A hard squad to pick. Travis, stop make the trolls fool you. I know Micheal Antonio that. Come on, bro. People, you guys don't know. Giovanni, bro, is laughing. J-Ross said Hector is not terrible. He's just inconsistent. But he's good at being inconsistent. Which makes him a fairly bad player, I think. That's hard. That's harsh, but it's a reality. Those that have issues with Liam Moore have a low football IQ. That's what Richard Stewart said. Ishmael King said, I'm not wrong. He did an interview and said what he said. He said he was in a good place. They're trying to take away my thing, but for Liam, he need to work on his awareness. You see, you need to watch a championship.
I think he's just making fun. Travis is just a troublemaker.
J-Ross said Hector is Jamaican's David Luiz. Oof. Okay, so finally, the comments are coming, guys. All right, let me go and finish with Ethan, then we can finish with the comments. All right, so let's go on to the final player, which is one of my favorite defenders. Physical, very, very aggressive, but technically good. I mean, technically good. Highly rated as well. SOFA score rating 7.07 over 7 SOFA score ratings. Now, the first thing I want you guys to look at is look at the heat map. Look at the intensity in that heat map. Okay, so look at this now. He played a total of 38 games. He started all 38 games. Minutes per game, 89. Featured in the team of the week once. He scored a goal, which means he has that in his locker. He has an assist as well. He has that in his locker. No, this is the reason now. He has a total touch of 79.2 per 90, the highest so far. Only second that is Liam Moore at 68. Big chance created 1. He has a bit more. See that he has a bit more. Keeper accurate pass per 90, 85%, which puts him second behind Liam Moore as well. Accurate pass in his own half, joined with Hector, and second behind Liam Moore at 92, which is 45.1 per 90. Then no accurate pass in opposition half, 11.3 at 64%. That will rank him third. Long balls at 49%, ranking that's fourth. And chip pass is 1.5, 38%, which rank him at fifth. Now, accurate crossing, well, that's quite low. I didn't even do that for anyone. Now, clean sheets, 14 clean sheets, which rank him at 1. Interception per game, that's 1. Tackles per game, 0.9. Possession 1, 0.1. Dribble pass, 0.3, relatively low as well. And clearances, which rank him at 1, 5.2. Error leading to a goal, 1, and penalty conceded, 2. So definitely those two are something that we can say is quite kind of shaky. But overall, his overall stats are higher than everyone else we have covered so far. Ethan Pinnock stats are higher than everyone else we have covered so far. Then no. So let me close close off the statistical aspect of the show, which is in the right region, the 1 hour, 1.5 hour mark. Based off stats that I've read so far, based off all the stats that I've read so far, ranking out of the 5 players, number 1, we have Ethan Pinnock. Number 2, we have Liam Moore. Number 3, we have Mariappa. Number 4, we have Damion Lowe. And number 5, we have Hector. Hector played the least amount of goals, so I could not put Hector in front of Damion Lowe. Someone who's playing week in, week out. Just to say Mariappa playing week in, week out, but Mariappa playing at a higher level. Despite his age, his statistics, and the level that he's playing, people might disagree with me and come up with all different clauses, but he would be in front of Damion Lowe based on these facts. And I'm working off stats and game played. So that is the reason why Micheal Hector is at the bottom of the chain, because he played the least amount of games. Yes, he had fairly good stats, but he's not playing. He's not playing. We have to factor in that he's not playing football. And we could have easily seen that when we played in the game against USA. He looks inconsistent. He looks out of his depth. He looks to be just sloppy all over the pitch. So, JD, what do you think about that ranking?
As I said, I think your ranking is massively accurate because Ethan Pinnock, as we've checked data right across the season, Ethan Pinnock was one of the best. Might just be there, and yes, I think it's accurate. What's up with Guna's internet? Yeah, but I definitely think the ranking is it's fair. I would definitely say so. I think Lowe would go in that bracket of 4th place because of Hector ain't playing. Yes, I think it's correct. It's correct, bro. It's correct. 100%.
Yeah, man, that's fair because basically I think Pinnock is ranking the second 11 for the championship. So he be one with Moore, Mariappa, Lowe, Hector. And if you're gonna compare probably Wesardin, because Wesardin is playing although rather than he's playing a back three, he's playing there as a centre the same way. So he will be there fighting for that spot as well.
Yeah, but I think he's better. He's better than I think he's actually better as well. So I be honest, I saw him played, and I think the guy is playing at a high level and he's doing okay. But as you know, friending and preference have to come at some point in the tree, and you have to accept it at some point. So put him in at 4th, I would say that's okay. But if you have to pick everyone, believe me, you wouldn't be in the top 5. I'm telling you, based on what's going on. In reality,
if I'm going with a back three, I think I would pick Lowe over Mariappa because of the age differential. The reason why I would use Lowe over Mariappa because of age differential is because we are looking towards the future. We want to put out the best foot going forward. We're not only trying to play right now, but we have to consider 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now. And if we should really stick into Lowe like that, we'd actually have Mariappa. We have Lowe at 28, Liam Moore at 28, Ethan Pinnock at 26. Those players would be in the right age bracket and can grow together. So by next year, when it's World Cup time, or even by those times in December, we have 3 players in the right age bracket to grow and get better together. And they do have the experience. Yeah, they do have the experience. When I talk about
pull that comment off. You have a comment stuck on the screen, which is we're not talking on it. Okay, let's remove it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. I would use him over those guys. So the likes of Hector is old enough to move on now. He hasn't delivered. He hasn't done the job perfectly. Mariappa is old enough to move on now. These guys have not done the job that we wanted to do. So this is the perfect time for them to move on. We have the players in the right age bracket. The Damion Lowe at age 28. We have Ethan Pinnock 26. We have Liam Moore 28, which is the right age bracket. Then now we can move and look onto the younger players to come in. No, my problem is that I'm not seeing any younger players. I'm not seeing players between the age of 21, 22, 23 looking to make the step up into the senior team.
Well, from defensive position or overall?
Defensive position. Defenders. Okay. Overall, we have players in different areas. But I ran through a few of the players that like the Omar Richards that everyone is saying is not coming, Rico Henry, and even Micheal at Crystal Palace. That like Marlon informed me about a lot of them. There's so much young players out there that we're not trying to get these players early. And now personally, I'm feeling a bit scared of the old idea around Kiddo Hart, because there's no solid information coming out that we have decided that this player should represent us in the coming Gold Cup. And cap him then and see what he can do for us to at least keep him, cap him and keep him. So I'm getting concerned about these things.
Yeah, but if we're gonna look from a wider standpoint when it comes to centre half, the only centre half we have there is young centre half. There's Javon Brown, who's a Whitecaps, who can play right back as well. Which so I think even mostly used as a right back. Tope, who I don't even know where Tope is at the moment. Jordan Scarlett at Tampa Bay Rowdies. He's a pretty good centre back as well. Someone who can play right back. Very, very talented player. I don't know if you have seen him play as yet. So where the centre back line is really concerned. We're very weak there. Hector is 28 going 29. So Hector is gonna be around the same way. So the only person I'll still use Maps for this cycle because his leadership quality and what Mariappa does, he links what he do is use the experience, someone who encourages young players. So he's someone that have to be in the dressing room.
So don't you think we have enough leadership quality in the dressing room, like the Kemar Lawrence, because he does do a lot of talking. We also have the captain himself, Andre Blake. We also have a lot of senior players in the team in general that I think can do the same job.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, do we have better person to replace him?
That's it. That's a good question. That is definitely a good question. So look at this now. We have young players, right? We have Curtis Tate, who haven't been mentioned. That they're not young, they're in the right age group to replace Mariappa.
But there's no point I would take Tate over Mariappa.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Mariappa is in a different class from him. Yes, he's 34. Yes, but I would not choose between them.
What's good with Equinus, Karen? Someone says here, Antonio no good. We don't need him. We have Nicholson. He's better than Lacazette. Okay, that means you're joking. That's why you're gonna say something like that. Okay.
But it's the same. Antonio Nicholson Shamara said he wanted to pay more than anything. He wanted to learn from the guy.
Yeah, but some of these guys are troll inside the chat. That's why I don't even pay it so much mind. You know, some people just come with a bag of statement because they have agendas, and their agendas is bigger than what we're actually talking here.
Yeah. All right. So look at this comment now. These are the comments that we want to try to wipe out of the mentality that we have. So all these talks about these guys, they only come in because they can't make England side. Bunch of rejects. No, this is a comment that drove a lot of heat for the past maybe 2 months. The concept of calling a player reject. Now we have enough history surrounding the players for us as fans to turn around and call the players reject. So Brian, I don't know who you are or what you're about, but I do think that when you say something like that, you're disrespecting the team, you're disrespecting the fan base. you're disrespecting your own moral.
Yeah, maybe Brian is just a sad human being that has nothing going on for himself, that he has to make a fake name and come out on the internet to showcase that he's macho man because he can't be macho in his own house. So maybe it's just something like that. People like that, you don't even give eartime because they don't even deserve a space in life.
Yeah. Tennis, thank you for passing through, Tennis. You know all these things will prove in the Gold Cup because I think Lowe is Jamaica's best defender. Tell someone, prove me wrong. He's not. We're not going to prove you wrong. I think the likes of Pinnock and Liam Moore are going to be. Those are the guys who are going to prove you wrong. Not me. Not me. I'm just telling you the stats, the facts that are here on paper that the billion-dollar industry, stats industry is getting, the analytic industry is getting to give me for me to tell you. It's here. So I'm not making up these things. So that is what these guys are going to be proving wrong, not me. I'm just telling you what these things are telling me. Kevin Reed said, DJ Russ, respect for that because most of them with them comments. So Brian, I think you get the moment the memorandum that no one accept that kind of behavior or those type of talks about rejects. We don't tolerate that here. This is a positive football platform where we speak positively about our players. We keep it respectful. We keep it really respectful. We have to respect the players. So we're about positivity. I know your mind might be somewhere else, or you might have a different agenda, but I would have appreciate if you don't bring that negative agenda here. First of all, the man them a play in a big league than Lowe. That's from Hibbert. All right, so let me run through some of the comments. Brian, we made the final ones and we did play well. The goalkeeper save on Mexico had beat team, and we lost to USA in the last time Gold Cup in the semifinals with most of these guys that you guys are defending. I assume that you guys want the same reoccurrence of what happened in the last Gold Cup. Because I'm quite sure that everyone in this comment section supports a football team. And every transfer window, they are hyped up when a new player is coming in and they're saying, get rid of that player, get rid of that player. But guess what now? Because these are players that we like, or we know, or we have had conversation with, we can't say. It's the same community football thing, the same community mentality. The community football mentality where he's my friend, I can't tell him not, I can't disrespect him. It's a disrespect to say he's not good enough. Because all of us believe that the ball in our community is the best thing since sliced bread. We made the final, but did we win? I made an attempt to qualify for a World Cup in Russia and failed miserably. Getting these players will drive fear in other teams. Thank you very much. Thank you. We made the final in 2017. We did not win. In 2019, we went to semi-final, got knocked out by the USA, 3-1. And we tried to make an attempt to make it to Russia World Cup, and we failed. And these are the same guys. These are the same players that we're talking about has to say, and we're talking about our core players. What do we want? Do we want to make the World Cup? Do we want to win the Gold Cup? We have to put in the additional players. We have to put in the better players. It's a fact that every year you're going to identify better players. It's just the natural norm. It's just the norm. We're going to see better players. Comments. I'm so way back in the comments. So how you guys never talk about Kamal Malcolm? He's doing well, and Javon is a top scorer. Obviously, you have not watched my channel. Obviously, you have not watched my channel. I've covered so much players. Go through to all my videos, and I guarantee you that Kamal Malcolm is mentioned. I guarantee you that Javon East is also mentioned. I can guarantee you. My last video I did on Javon East was when he scored, and he was on the thumbnail. I can guarantee you. So you're not watching my channel. So go and check it for yourself. The best thing I would want you to do right now, make sure you, Brian, leave a like on this video. And do not touch this like. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. it won't be the same players, but some of these players, people, I won't go beyond the 2 hour margin. That is the reason why I'm running through the comment section. You know, we have a lot of things to do. So I'm running through the comments and let everyone be heard. Andy McNally said, bashing the UK players because they didn't get called for England is silly. England's C D team is probably a little bigger than G at full strength. That's harsh, but it's reality. It's harsh, but it is reality. So let's go to France B team. Jules Koundé is going to Liverpool. That's France B team. Osem OR is linked to Arsenal, Liverpool, even Manchester United. Osem OR, that's France B team. Upamecano plays for France B team. He's in with all the top clubs across the world. That is France B team. We have Dogba at right back. That's France B team. Saliba in the C team. Come on, people. So these guys would literally walk into the Reggae Boyz team, kick away any foot, any no. We have Hudson Edouard in the France B team. These guys are playing under 21, under 23, I should say, for France. So you see the level that we are at right now. We are way below par. Can you imagine? We have we're so hyped up about Ravel Morrison. Can you imagine Arsenal playing Jamaica playing against France, and we have Ravel Morrison playing against Kante and Pogba in the midfield? Would get slapped to pieces, man. Unbelievable. People, the team is good, but we are at a level, and we're trying to be, including these players, is going to make us better. They're going to make us better. Brian, when you guys are cussing. Gunnar, we need mention those players. We need to search certain star players. We need to what? I don't know. Hey, listen, we respect the players that come in, but these guys is just saying he's mine because a lot of overseas based players come in, didn't work out as possible. We can work with these players same way. No, we can't. Upgrade is a must. We have to upgrade every year. We have the talent. We don't need to run to England. You think so? Do you really, really think so? And if you really think about that, what you just said.
Just tell him to name out the talents. Then we can research them. Since he said he knows the talents, then and we have the talents. So let's see. You know?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see which one of those talented players are going to make the team. Then he said because the man them are play Bush League, so we don't want to hear about them. They can't pick Malcolm over Roof. That would be stupid. Kemar Roof scored a brace against Celtic, one of the biggest derby in world football. Celtic versus Rangers, one of the biggest derby in football in history. Celtic versus Rangers, and Kemar Roof stepped up and scored 2 goals, sinking Celtic. And you're telling me to play Kamal Malcolm over Kemar Roof? Impossible. Impossible. Yes, they are scoring goals. Yes, but where they are playing? Where are they playing? Kemar Roof, Rangers are in the Champions League. Kemar Roof potential. Kemar Roof is playing Champions League next season, people. Possible Kemar and Mikel Antonio is playing Europa League next season and possible Champions League if they pass Chelsea. And you're saying we don't need these players? We don't need players playing the Champions League and Europa League?
Believe me, man. These guys has to be true. They has to be true. It can't be nothing else.
Okay. So what we're saying is not the problem. Jenny, you're the problem. Jenny,
yes, I think so. Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
So I thought what we're saying was the problem. So thank you, Brian, for clearing that up. Thank you, Brian, for clearing that up. At least we see where your mind
Brian, you should reveal your real name to the chat, and then you realize how much people trying to fight against the truth from the Jamaican section. Let the chat really know what's going on. Yeah. But I guess I'm going to baptize a lot of you guys. Let it come to reality.
Yeah. So All right, so Julian Lakeman said, these people who reject English players at why Jamaica team can't go nowhere. Exactly. So yes, so they might reject the English players, right, Julian, and expect us to qualify for the World Cup using players that haven't played, like the Jamaican talent. That yes, they are talented, but guess what? They haven't played in like 2 years. Brian, even if we're good enough, we still need all the help we can get. So basically, even Ishmael was going at us, turning on Brian. And if Ishmael is turning on you, Brian.
Yeah, but even that statement, even if you're good enough, just take good enough out. We are not good
You're
enough.
not good.
You feel too much times. You know, stop looking for some wishful statements. You're not good enough. You need, even the guys, you remember, even Taxi and those guys said they need the players. So even
Exactly.
they themselves know that they're not good enough. So they're not good enough. You're
The
just not
players,
good enough.
the captain, one of the captain is saying that they need help. Oh, look at this. Jero said, Brian think Ricardo Morris will take us to World Cup. Marlon, what you have to say on that? Obviously, Ricardo Morris will take us to the World Cup. I think that is the consensus right now.
Marlon Mike is muted.
Yeah, Mike is mute, Marlon.
Yeah, but listen, let's be real. We are talking about going to the World Cup and Gold Cup. Ricardo Morris is a squad player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. If you look at the Caribbean. You look at Trinidad, who used to be the powers in the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right now, Trinidad is way down the picking line when it comes to the powers in this. So look at it. Every team in CONCACAF now is recruiting players. All the English-speaking team. You look at Montserrat, who has a population of almost 7,000, and they're playing a full English squad.
Yeah.
St. Kitts has gone out and gotten players from England. Barbados has gone and got players from Europe. Dominican Republic now, sitting there in front place, leading the Euro Cup qualifying group. They're trying to get Mario Diaz from Real Madrid to play for them. He was born in Dominica. So it's a reality. We have to get the players we can get. If we want to go to World Cup, that's the whole issue. If we don't have the players, we don't get these players, we cannot go over, we cannot cross the line. Because you're gonna look at it. Mexico is a powerhouse already. Yes, Mexico doesn't recruit. US has basically gone out and got everybody they can basically get, right? Costa Rica doesn't have the pool to go on in the overseas market. Honduras has 2 young players they get from Spain, right? Everybody is there fighting the same way. Canada has got who they can get already. So that's what reality. So we're gonna talk about we have talent. Yes, we have talent, but can this talent take us where we want to go?
All right, so people, please smash the like button. I have over 40 people. Please get the like to 50. I would really appreciate it. So Brian said it's actually his real name. Brian is his real name. No,
Yeah,
Brian said
that dude is lying. You know that already.
no man, you have to take it at face value.
No, he's lying.
Robert Morris is very technical and Ricardo is better than all the players that we're bringing in. Okay, so you're just here for showing, right? Enjoy the show. I think the comment section will go at you good enough. Man like Brian, right? Okay, this section should have called the Brian section. Brownman said, Military, don't waste the time reading some of those comments. All right, so let me see. Jerry Sport said, let me say, if you are again Military, if we will use the strongest 11 to win the Gold Cup and qualify the World Cup, if it's 10 UK-based players, then so be it. Of course. Kevin, actually it is our time now. We are literally moving up now. But thank you guys. People, we're at the 2-hour margin. Let me read the last comment. Brian is a comedian. My belly full. He met me a dead. So that is the last comment. Brian is a comedian. Thank you very much, people, for tuning in. A lot of respect, people. Please smash the like button. Get the like over 50. Get the like over to 50. I want when this stream, like in the next hour, so at least it's at 100 likes. So everyone, We have been doing this stream for 2 hours, and if you're here sitting and listening and not liking and taking information, at least give us a like for all information that you have got, and that information will give you what you want. So at least put a like. We would appreciate it. would really appreciate it. So big up people. Andy McNally said, good show, thank you. Patrick, big up for coming in. Thank you guys, everyone that tuned in. You got your information. Thank you. You can thank me later, but make sure you like the video. And Brian, if you leave a dislike, I'm coming for you. I know who you are. I know who you are. So if you leave a dislike, I am coming for you. So guys, smash the like button before you go, and definitely you guys go and check out my last video that I did this morning. I covered the last game, Joshon Anglin, Lamar Walker, and also Speedy. Go and check it out, people. That's the last video I did. Big up. You can go and check out, subscribe to JD's channel. I know most of you guys already did.
I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't need Brian on my channel, you know?
But big up, people. Thank you for coming in. A lot of respect. And this has been a really, really good one. Thank you. See you guys.